What's up, friends? Welcome back. Pentatonic Ninja here, and I thought I would give you a super early first look at Wukong. I've only played about an hour worth of gameplay, but I figured I would throw it up, show some gameplay, give my initial thoughts just in case anyone's kind of on the fence or wondering about buying it and wants to see what they're getting into. This is by no way a video where I'm going to recommend this game or not, because I just don't feel like I've put enough time in or seen enough and had enough experience to really say I recommend it or don't. I'm just going to kind of talk about my initial first thoughts and if I had fun and all that type of stuff. So let's jump into it. I will play a little bit of this first section, a little cutscene here, and then I'll skip most of it just to not ruin or spoil anything too much for anybody. The one thing I can say about the game so far and immediately off the bat is that it is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. The graphics are pretty insane, well done. It looks amazing. So I don't too much care for Wukong's voice actor in English. It's probably a lot better on the native languages, and just using subtitles probably the way to go. But, you know, it is what it is.
So-called merits. Those high above don't trust me. I understand that.
So this jumps into your first little introduction to combat here. Is Mr. Evil Dude over here, who's a pompous prick like most of the bad guys are in these games. Fight him in the cloud with some cutscenes intervened, and they give you the basics, you know, X light attack, Y heavy attack, B dodge type of deal. It's pretty simplistic control-wise. I don't have any problems with it. It seems to flow pretty smooth. It'll be interesting to see all the different things you can get and unlock going through the game. But this goes on for quite a while. It's a long little fight just because every so often it's going to stop, break, cutscene, they talk, blah, blah, blah. So I'll skip this. But this is your intro. This is the prologue, so to speak, of the start of the game. So you get a cutscene of this old man basically telling the story. There's 6 senses. You're gonna go gather them, and I'm guessing this guy right here, who you basically play as, is the chosen one or something that's supposed to go and gather all these things of Wukong, or maybe you're Wukong reborn. Not really sure. It doesn't clarify. But God, the game just looks so good.
One that shall recover all his scattered relics, and upon the return of the relics to Mount Tuaguo, he may yet rise again.
So pretty. Wukong! Alright, let's jump into some gameplay.
Knew I needed a snack.
So this is your intro. Don't ask me why you decide to turn into an apple and just appear on these dudes, but that's how it goes. Combat does really flow smoothly. You have a limited moveset when you first start off, especially after that initial fight where it's showing you everything, but it seems to go really well. Performance-wise, with the game, I haven't had any issues. I do run a 4080 Super on my computer. My frames at 4K max settings stayed above 90, sometimes hitting 100, 120 here and there. But the one thing I will say is with ray tracing options, and you can see me kind of look as this gameplay goes on. I restart the game a couple times. I'm turning ray tracing on, I'm turning ray tracing off, and I'm trying to see exactly, basically, what does it change, how does it look, and is it worth it to run? Because with the ray tracing on, my frames drop to an average of 60-ish, and on the low end 50, dropping a little below that here and there, which isn't as smooth as I would prefer it for a fast-paced combat game like this. But to the best of my eyes can see, I don't really notice a huge difference in quality and texture with ray tracing on versus ray tracing off, and that's on very high settings, not low. So I'm just electing to keep it off for the frame rate benefits, and not tank my frame rate for minimal improvements to lighting and whatnot. So there is that. But other than that, I've had no issues, no bugs, no crashes, no frame rate drops, no anything at all. It's just ran smooth, ran good the whole time I played it. Granted, I only played it last night when it first came out for about an hour. So it looks like you have a ton of skills and different upgrades to do. It seems like there's some staff stances that give you different moves. There's the survival, martial arts, stamina, just kind of general upgrades. And then you also get spells and spell upgrades, and they all seem to use the same skill point currency, which is called sparks, which you get as you level up. I have noticed, though, that you get them pretty easily. I mean, I think I played for an hour and I already got 5 or 6 sparks to spend on upgrades here and there. So they're not stingy with it for sure. So like I was saying with the ray tracing, it's been on this whole time so far, and I turned it off, booted back in after restarting the game, and no difference other than frame rate, to be completely honest. Throughout this video, there's a couple other times where I turn it off and on and then finally settle on just leaving it off. So at some point, I'm going to shut my mouth, be done saying my piece. I'm just going to kind of let you watch the gameplay as it goes without me interrupting. But this is ray tracing off versus previously ray tracing was on. Very minimal difference. This game does tend to be horrible for a loot goblin like myself, because there's a lot of nooks and crannies, and you can pick up flowers and stuff for crafting you can find. So I tend to want to explore every single little thing. Most of the little guys in the beginning here, super easy to kill, not a challenge at all. You do run into 1 or 2 that have a little more health, but that's about it. My biggest complaint about the game so far, honestly, is that there's no map. And that seems kind of like a missed opportunity or laziness to me, because when you have these big maps and linearness, and once you get a shrine or unlock more than one shrine, I'm about to get one here, you can fast travel between the shrines, but there's no map really telling you where you're going, or where you've explored, where you haven't. No way to really map the world other than run in circles and do it in your brain. So a map could go a long way for this game, I think. Just my initial thought. I was surprised not to find it.
I, the keeper of Black Wind Mountain, have long been waiting for your arrival.
This little weird dude shows up, helps you a little bit, gives you your first spell eventually. He's a story driver, I guess you could say. A weird looking little dude.
Up ahead is Guan Yin Temple.
I love the cockiness with which he walks. Like, he knows he's about to whoop everybody's ass. A lot of times when I'm going into a fight, I just walk up to it because it just looks cool. His stance and the animation for it. The visuals, once again, I mean, it's the most breathtaking thing about this game so far is just how good it looks. It's so impressive. I thought this was another chump dude, but it turns out he's a little bit more complicated than they are. So he's got more health and actual attack moves. I will say, when I first saw all the previews and the gameplay for this game, it looked like it was going to be one of those super hard, pain in the ass, almost a Souls-like kind of game. But after playing it, I would honestly say that's not the case at all. I mean, challenging a little bit for the bosses here and there that I've found and fought so far, but by no means super crazy hard, difficult on like a Dark Souls or anything like that level. Challenging enough to be fun, not challenging enough to make you scream at your computer and pull your hair out and all that type of stuff. So good balance, good experience. So right here, after following this trail for a while and finding a bunch of those little nobody guys and exploring the woods and all that good stuff, you finally get to this dude who's your first kind of bigger guy. It's interesting. I haven't, to my knowledge, found some of the nuances of combat yet. There's a way where sometimes you dodge and it makes like right there, it makes like a clone or a weird sound. Maybe that's a perfectly timed dodge. It doesn't exactly explain it so far. And then also, I haven't seen a way to parry, if there is one. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really looked into anything. I just booted it up and started going. You do have to watch your stamina because attacks, blocking, dodging takes stamina, and then when you're out of stamina, you're slower and vulnerable. So that's a good thing to have to watch out for. This is where you get your first spell. It's the stasis spell.
It's been a while.
It's pretty cool. You freeze somebody for basically a couple seconds while you wail on them and then go from there. But all in all, this is my thoughts so far is that Wukong is pretty fun. It seems really stable performance-wise. It's good. The visuals look great. Stunning graphics and quality and scenery and all that good stuff. Atmosphere. Combat is smooth. Not sure exactly how much depth it has as of yet. Way too early to tell. Looks like the skill points and stuff are going to be cool and fun. Story seems all right. So as of right now, I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping to play more here today. So, you know, if you've been on the fence and you're just looking for gameplay, I'm having fun. But don't take my word for it on to buy it or not, because I don't know. I've only played an hour. So I am going to let the rest of the gameplay footage I recorded play. I think the total length of this video will be about 35 minutes with the rest of that gameplay. I'm going to shut my mouth and just leave it here for you guys to watch, see the gameplay, check it out. Let me know if you've played Wukong, what your thoughts are so far. Are you liking it? Do you enjoy it? What do you think it needs or is missing? Or is it perfect? And hope you guys enjoy the video and enjoy my first thoughts. Help me out. Put a like down there at a minimum. If not a comment, subscribe if you like the content I put up on my channel. And hopefully I'll be bringing you more of this game as I play through and get further in. But enjoy the gameplay. Take it easy, and I'll see you all next time.
said something.
can just parade in, do you? It's not that simple. Let me transform you into a golden cicada, so you may follow the fires ahead and scout this mountain unnoticed. Fly! It might be humble, but my shrine is very versatile. You'll get it soon.
Drop your treasures and I'll let you pass.
Who are you to trouble?